How to calculate children's body mass index. Calculating a person's body mass index, which is a number attained from a mathematical equation factoring a person's height and weight, has proven to be a reliable indicator for screening weight problems that could lead to health problems. When calculating an adult's body mass index, the number becomes an indicator of whether a person is overweight or obese. Similarly, calculating children's body mass index results in a similar indicator of whether a child is overweight or obese, but also serves as an indicator of whether a child is at risk for becoming overweight or obese. To calculate children's body mass index, you must first have the variables to plug into the equation. You must have the weight and height of the child. There are two formulas to calculate children's body mass index, one using kilograms and meters and one using pounds and inches. They are not the same formula, but when worked correctly will calculate the same answer. If you are calculating children's body mass index based on weight and height in kilograms and meters, the formula is body mass index equals weight, kg, divided by the child's height in meters squared. As an example, take a child who weighs 45.5 kilograms and is 15 meters tall. To calculate the example child's body mass index, you would first multiply 15 times itself, 15x15, to equal 225. Then you divide weight, 45.5 kg, by 225 to equal a body mass index of 22. Round any numbers beyond the decimal in your calculation to the nearest tenth. When measuring weight and height in pounds and inches, the formula to calculate children's body mass index is weight in pounds times 703 divided by height in inches squared. Taking the aforementioned example, the child's weight in pounds is 100 and his height in inches is 59 inches, or just under 5 feet. Taking the weight of 100 pounds and multiplying it times 703 gives us 70,300. Multiplying the example height times itself equals 3,481. Dividing 70,300 by 3,481 gives us a calculated body mass index answer of 22 when rounded to the nearest tenth. Calculating children's body mass index is much simpler than interpreting the answer because unlike adults, children are not done growing. This means their age must be taken into account as well as their growth chart history. A body mass index chart is provided to measure children's body mass index and supply percentile indicators that factor in age as well as gender. To help interpret children's body mass index, you can graph the information on a gender-correct body mass index chart that indicates average percentiles. For example, an 18-year-old boy with a 22 body mass index would fall just under the 25th percentile, meaning at least 75% of kids his age would have a body mass index higher than his. Conversely, if a 9-year-old boy has the same body mass index of 22, he would be in the 95th percentile, meaning that 95% of kids have a body mass index lower than his. In the latter example, this child would most likely be considered overweight as a body mass index that falls into higher than the 90th percentile is an overweight indicator. The exception to this could be if a child's height, weight, and body mass index have remained in the same percentile range, high or low, consistently since their growth began. This could be a case of a child with unusual muscle mass or above average height. With or without the presence of a gender-appropriate body mass index chart, children's body mass index calculations can still be difficult to interpret. As a rule of thumb, children's body mass index should not be based on adult calculations since an ideal adult body mass index is 19.1 to 25.8, which may or may not be ideal for a child depending on their age, weight, height, and growth history. If you are concerned about your child's weight, talk to your pediatrician or family physician. They can calculate and interpret your child's overall physical development and assess risks and provide intervention if necessary.